Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the homestead. So I wanted to give you guys an update on my tomato seedlings and my pepper seedlings, see how they're doing. Plus, I have a new place where I'm going to be keeping them for the next month and a half because our last frost date is not until May 10th, I believe. And being we're in a holler in the middle of the mountains, it's actually going to be further, so probably a week past that before I can actually start planting all of my tomatoes, my peppers, and our frost tender things out into the garden. I have to put them somewhere else because my son's room is like completely covered in seed starts, and I need to put them somewhere else where they can be stacked up, look pretty, and I don't have like trays just scattered all over the room. So let's go show you what they look like now and what my plan is to do with them. So come along. Alright friends, so this is where I have been keeping my seed starts, only because it is warm in here. I wanted to originally put them down in the basement, but first off, my cat, she loves being in the basement and she absolutely loves eating my plants. So that was not going to happen. I couldn't put them down there. And second reason why I couldn't put them into the basement is because it's cold. It is cold down there, and they say, you know, your seeds need to be in a warm environment in order for them to germinate and then to do well. They need to be warm, and that wasn't going to be in my basement. So inside the house, this is the warmest room in the house, so I put them in here. And then I finally, as they germinated and popped up, I was like, ooh, I need to go get me some lights, grow lights, because I didn't have grow lights. I mean, I came from California. I've never started plants inside. In California, you can just go and plant your seeds in the ground. It's constantly warm there. So this is all a new experience for me. But I quickly realized that once I transplanted my seeds into bigger pots because I started growing like crazy, I didn't have any more room. I literally had 9 trays on the floor in this bedroom, and I only had 3 grow lights. So we went to Royal King, and I actually found some grow lights, well, just regular LED lights that were good for growing. So I went ahead and picked 3 of those up, and I went downstairs and I went ahead and set up a tray for downstairs. We need to take these plants that are up here and go ahead and take them downstairs to their new home. And let me show you what that looks like. This is my plant eater right here. So here is my new grow station, and my husband picked up 2 more lights for me so I can add 2 more lights to this, and I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and then I will bring you guys along while I put this together. Alright, so here are the 2 lights. My husband picked up 2 more for me this morning because I had originally bought 2, but one of them was missing the cord, so he had to go return it after work, and I asked him to pick up another one because I have potentially 3 more that I can actually put lights in. But again, I have a cat. She's bad, so I'm not putting anything on that bottom one because she will get up there and eat my plants. Let me go ahead and put you guys on a time lapse, and you can see as I put the rest of this together. Alright, let's see. Alright friends, I got them all put up here. So let me show you how well they are doing. This is huge for me, and I'm very, very excited. This might be different than a lot of other people do, but this is just what I found was easy for me, and so I went with it because I'm not spending a whole bunch of money on grow lights. I'm sorry. These were $12 at Royal King, and they are, yep, these are them, and they are 2100 lumens, which I saw online that you need to have anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 for grow lights. So this works perfectly. And I've got the 3. I went ahead and took this out of my pantry because it wasn't being used yet. This is the one that I'm going to use when I start canning all my food, and this is going to have a lot of cans on it. So until I get all that vegetables from the garden, I'm not going to be canning anything quite yet. But it works great for this. I have a tarp. This was left over from the greenhouse that I made. So I went ahead and put this over it to kind of hold in the heat, as well as keep my cat out of here. She's very flaky, so she won't come around anything that makes a lot of noise. So if she goes to touch this, it's gonna make noise and she's gonna freak out and run away. Because it is still cold down here, I have a little heater that I put at the bottom for the heat to kind of add some heat. I've got this little heater, it's a portable heater, and I put it at the very bottom, and I have it on the lowest setting possible so that when it does get too cold, it's gonna turn on, and the tarp is over it, so it's gonna heat it up and keep the plants nice and warm. They're not gonna freeze. Well, it doesn't get below 50 in here, but still, I don't want them to be too cold. So we will see. We will see if this actually does work. So let me show you what my plants look like, because I'm super excited with how well they are doing. They are a little over a month since I planted them. So this is, I'd say probably about 5 weeks. They've been germinating and growing for 5 weeks. All right, so first are my tomatoes. All of these are tomatoes. And as you can see, some of them are doing really, really good. And here are some more tomatoes. In the back, I have some cabbage and hot peppers that haven't germinated yet. These ones I didn't plant until the middle of March. And then I got an eggplant in here, which is still hasn't popped up, still germinating. But all these are my lovely tomatoes, and look at how good they're doing. And again, I've transplanted these into bigger containers, so they were in smaller containers. And I put them in a bigger one so they can have more root growth. I'm trying these solo cups out. Another tomato, all doing fabulous. Granted, some of these are a lot smaller than the others, but they're doing good. They have the good leaves, so just gonna give them a little bit more time. I have some calendula that had just started sprouting, some California Wonder bell peppers. Again, these ones I planted end of March, so those ones I'm not expecting to see anything in the near week or so. I got some echinacea in here, nothing growing out of that one yet, and some broccoli, and this one is lemon gem marigolds, nothing out of that one. In the back, I've got California Wonder peppers and some more California Wonder peppers. So these ones are doing really good. These ones I planted at the same time I planted my tomatoes. So these have come up, they're starting to produce well. And here we have some more tomatoes down here. And then here I have, all these are jalapenos, doing fabulous. And then over here, these are poblanos. And then some more tomatoes in the back. Let's see if I can, these ones in the back are doing really, really well. All right, guys, so there are my peppers and my tomatoes. I'm so excited with how well they're doing. So in the next month and a half, they should be at optimal size that I can go ahead and take them and put them into my garden. We'll have no more frost, so those will be doing great, because again, peppers and tomatoes, they like heat. They do not like cold, so these are not good to put outside when you're still having dangers of frost. And here in eastern Kentucky, we still have danger of frost until middle of May. So these aren't going out until after that. But I think these should be good here. If you guys have any other further tips, cheap tips, please, because, you know, I'm on a budget. I'm only, we only have one person working in our household, so we're trying to keep things price friendly. So if you have any cheap, good tips, go ahead and drop them down in the comments for me. Thank you guys for stopping by the homestead as I got this ready for my tomatoes and my peppers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. As always, I hope all is well and have a blessed day. Hey friends, so I just finished editing this video and it's been a couple days since I actually planted all my seeds down here. So I wanted to show you how well they are actually doing with these lights. All right, here are my tomatoes. And you can see a lot of them that were teeny tiny have really started sprouting up. You can actually see them above the cups now. And then here, look at these bell peppers. Look at how big they've gotten. Just in 2 days that they've been in here. And more jalapenos and my tomatoes in the back. All doing so good. So this goes to show that these lights are actually working like they said they would. So definitely something to think about. If you have a Rural King nearby, go ahead and see if you can pick up some of these lights to use as your grow lights. Cheap, and they work.